everybody. This is Ruben 1127 with State 365, Alliance H0J, Hounds of Justice. Today, gonna explain about double stacking, a little bit of tips and troop training. I know videos have been made about double stacking, but this is mostly from my alliance for those who haven't really learned how to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is well, damn, I don't have another extra ticket. Well, I'm pretty screwed as far as double stacking. Alright, let's pretend this is a 100% COZ ticket, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the time. As we see, we have 3 minutes and a few seconds. So when you double stack, what that means is you're going to do the 3 chests for the hourly event. So you're going to complete them. And then as you still have the COZ buff, the ticket that you just used, you're going to wait the 5 minutes in between dailies. And then you're going to continue doing the COZ event, which is troop training. Now, why is this good? Well, for example, this account that I'm on a friend's account currently, and, well, Alliance member actually, and he hasn't been playing the game too correctly, so he's out of tickets and he's out of resources and diamonds. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to save COZ tickets, and at the same time I'm trying to give him a little boost in the game so he gets back on track. Now, as far as when do these specific events start, as far as troop training events, well, for example, let's show you here now. As you can see, it says you'll get points for training troops. Now, these events, from what I've seen, Eastern Time, US Eastern Time, well, they typically start at 11 a.m., at 12 p.m., and I believe there's one at 1 p.m. or 10 a.m., one of the two. And then the next batch of troop training events would be 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All the other hourly events between and before and after, the ones I just mentioned, all those other hourly events for troop training will be speed up days. Speed ups, building, or tech. What I always recommend all my alliance members to do is I recommend them to get the second chest of every speed up event. And the reason why is because it's very difficult and you're going to run out of speed ups very fast if you attempt to do 3 chests every single time. If you do the math, you'll get roughly about before level 25, you'll roughly get about 2,500 diamonds, or less than that actually, 3,400 diamonds, getting the 3 chests, speed ups. Now if you do the second chest, you're going to be able to do it at least 12 times throughout the day if you get on 12 times. For at least a minute. It takes literally a minute to do. All you need is about a day and a half of speed ups to get it. And once you do get it, that starts to add up, so it's much better to do the second chest only on speed ups. You're going to be able to last longer. You're going to be able to cover more of the chests. Each chest does give speed ups, so you may make up some of the speed ups you've wasted. Okay, the other reason why it's good to double stack is, as you can see, I just got 3 chests. It just ended. You got the 4-minute interval, 4 or 5-minute interval. And then I'm also getting extra points in the COZ events. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have a 100% ticket. I will be getting 2 more. I will not waste it. I'm trying to be conservative. This person had currently has about close to, let's say, 50,000 diamonds. Well, when I got his account on Monday, he only had like 700 diamonds. He had no speed ups left. It was very difficult. He didn't do gathering day. Well, in fact, let's look at his APC so you can see, for example, it's very difficult for him to do gathering day. He doesn't. Well, the Warhound was just awakened by me. I was able to get an extra hero recruitment ticket of Warhound. But as you can see, all these other APCs they're not awakened. So I couldn't do the gathering day, so I was very behind. Fortunately, Heroes Day gives the most diamonds if you do it right. I had to split a lot of the development heroes because he spent too many wisdom medals on development heroes. I never recommend any player to spend wisdom medals on development heroes until they have at least 3 max APCs. And when I mean max, I mean all skills maxed. If you're spending on stationary heroes, the benefit that you'll get out of doing that is not much. It just isn't much. The only ones I would ever recommend spending on is Foreman and Enzo, the Great Engineer. And the reason why I would recommend those is because you save a lot more than you would with any other hero. For example, you'll get a reduction in construction speed. You'll also get savings in resources and a free boost. For example, anything before 1 hour is free, so it's very useful. Saves you an hour speed up every building, just on that alone, not including any of the construction speed up percentages or anything like that. Anyways, back on track on what we're talking about, double stacking. If I go back now, I still got 2 minutes and 24 seconds, so between then and now, I'm going to kill a little bit of time. Typically, when you first start troop training day, you want to have all your 3 barracks making troops before troop training day, so that way all you have to do is click on it as soon as the troop training day starts, and that way you'll get immediately about 4 or 5 chests in COZ at ZoneCon 100% with the 100% ticket. Also, you also want to start your enhancing your troops before. So typically, like for example myself, it takes me almost 3 days and a half to enhance all my troops. So once I turn that in, that's a big boost in points. They're not worth as many points, so don't ever spend speed ups on enhancing troops. It's better just to make troops, new troops, because they're worth a lot more points. Their value per troop is a lot higher than enhancing them. So that's why I recommend making new troops over enhancing them. But for your first batch, when the troop training day first starts, you always want to start them all. Currently, as you can see, we're almost towards the end of the COZ event, so you're not going to see that example. Hopefully you understand what I mean. What I mean is you'll click on each building, and you'll hit train. You'll go back, you'll hit train, and you want to do this the day before the event, or at least whatever time it takes to make them. By the time you get on, they're already finished, so that way you don't have to spend any speed ups and you get instant points. Another trick is when you're doing the speed ups for the second chest speed up events, what you want to do is you want to make sure that, let's say for example, it has 14 hours and 35 minutes, right? Well, I don't want to turn these troops in because then I'm going to score points and not get any value out of it. So what I typically would do is I would use typically the speed up hourly. They're going to say, it's going to be specific. It's going to say training speed ups, or it's going to say building speed ups, research, or training. Like, it's going to be specified. So if you have an event where it specifies training speed ups, you have no choice but to turn in the troops. But if it gives you the option to do all 3 of them, then I recommend doing a little bit of everything so you don't waste speed ups on one specific thing, and you also don't have to turn in the troops until events like this one. You see? Now, as you can see, it's still troop training day, so if I look at my base, I still have 21 minutes. So I still have a lot of time, and I did this on 2 bases actually at the same time. So after I finish this one, I'll go to the next one. I won't do it in the video because I have no way of editing it, since I pretty much just talk to you guys on here, post it, and then that's it. I don't have a way to edit it and I cut out clips and stuff like that. If I did, my videos would be a little better. I'm pretty decent at editing, but that's not the point. Anyways, let me just show you what I mean by double stacking. This is double stacking. For anybody who hasn't seen the videos before, hopefully my Alliance members watch this video so that way they can learn what double stacking is. They'll be able to, benefit more from these events. Honestly, what makes or breaks the player is how they take on the COZ events and hourly events. If you pretty much spend all your resources and speed ups on the very first hourly event because you are either want to place first place or anything like that, you're missing out on so much. And to be honest with you, you're gonna hurt yourself more than anything else. It's better to be consistent than to be top and then not be able to do anything for the next week or two. So let me click this a little faster here. I am self-clicking this. I don't have a robot or anything like that, or a bot or an application. I'm just clicking it. So let me click here. Click, 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 click. Alright, anyways. So you always want to be checking. I mean, I know how much I have to do, but I'm just showing you guys. You always want to be checking on how far you are from your points. Only because you don't want to surpass it by too much. You want to kind of just like finish it right there and then. You don't want to overdo it. Like I said, consistency is what's going to get you to zone come 100% the fastest. It's going to give you the most resources and diamonds. And as I mentioned before, in literally 2 or 3 days, he's gotten close to 50,000 diamonds in just 3 events. And his zone come is not even close to 100. Well, it's close, but it's not zone come 100%. It's like 80%. So that's pretty good. If it was at zone come 100%, I would have like destroyed the amount of diamonds I've gotten. I would have pretty much just easily like gotten base 25 within 3 weeks. Even less, completely honest. Once you get zone come 100% and you do most of the hourly dailies, at least 12 of them throughout the day, it literally takes like 3 minutes. As you can see, I took 3 minutes to do the first one. That's why I had so much time on my COZ ticket. It doesn't take that much, I promise you. Even if you're busy, you can say, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom and do it real quick. I mean, I work in construction and grease and dust and like dangerous stuff, and I'm able to do it at least for like a second. Especially events like Heroes Day, they're just so much easier to do than events like Tech Day or Build Day. And even those are easy. So for example, Build Day, you always want to start your construction buildings. So let's say you have a building that takes 7 days. And you know, it's going to take you 7 days. So the sooner you start it, so let's say you just end the build day and then you're in tech day. Well, since you know it takes 7 days, you want to start it as soon as possible so that way by the time build day starts, you don't really have to spend too many speed ups. And when you do use speed ups, you can always just you know, finish the building, or not finish it, but get it close and get a second chest, hourly second chest as you're doing it. So you're pretty much getting 3 chests, or 3. You're getting the hourly second chest, and you're getting the turn in the building for points, 3 chests. On top of that, you're gonna get COZ chests. So you're literally killing 3 birds with 1 stone. I mean, you can't beat that. So if you guys remembered, before the interval of 5 minutes, I was like at 20 minutes, at 25 minutes or something like that. Well,